I guess preseason, we talk about that a little bit. Had an exciting time. Got some very good returners, some very good new ones coming in. We had the opportunity to go down to Costa Rica at the end of July and beginning of August and play some teams down there, the youth national team as well. So they've come together as a very neat team. I really enjoyed this group of youngsters that are around us, and so it's been a very good preseason, but that doesn't mean much. The test will come this opening weekend, and as we get into our conference play, that's when we'll find out how special they are. They've worked hard, and that's all I can ask out of them. So we can open it up to questions.
Yep.
Excellent.
Joe, what was it like in Costa Rica?
I'll let them explain. I've been there a couple of times, but as far as the team chemistry, that's what you go on these events for every 4 years. The NCAA lets you do that. The competition was very good. So out of the 9 days we were there, we played soccer 7 of the 9 days. A couple of the days were on the Pacific Ocean at sunset on the beach. But we got our soccer in and everything like that. So it was a special trip, but a lot of soccer, and we learned a lot of how we work together off the field and on the field. What do you have to say, Katelyn?
I mean, it was a great learning experience, not just on the field, but off the field as well. Got to bond, build some team chemistry, and it was a good way to see what it's like to be part of the UWF soccer program. You have to carry yourself in a certain way, like off the field, and it was a great experience to see. We got to see the beach. Got to go to hot springs, to see a volcano. So many things that. That was my first time being out of the country, so I was kind of awestruck, so I really loved it.
Chumukla's pretty nice, but I tease. She's from Pace. I joke with her. But Monica Malavasi, our captain of our national championship team, helped organize everything, and we did a lot of special things, and we played some pretty neat games. What was your experiences?
Yeah, so like Coach said, we were there to train and play soccer for the most part. And like Katelyn said too, is team bonding. I think the most special thing to me was just that we got to build those relationships while we could play soccer, doing the things that we love. Being in a unique place, learning the culture of other places, I think that was really special to me.
You get a chance to interact with the players on the other team in Costa Rica and just see what soccer means to them in that country.
We didn't have a lot of one-on-one conversations with them, mostly because they spoke Spanish and we spoke English. But,
they kicked us, we kicked them. It was pretty neat. But after the games, we had a chance to mingle with them, and for them to meet Monica and Danny Cruz, another one of our Costa Rican players in the past. They had a lot of opportunity to talk to them about the soccer end of things down there.
A lot of your returning players more on the defensive side. Do you see that being maybe carrying the day a little bit, especially early on?
Well, we're newish in the back as well. We do return some. It's important that we have Katelyn back there, but graduating Svenja Burkhart and Emily Vogler, there's some newer faces, and we have a little consistency. But the ones that are coming in, and we're asking for more of a part. They're hardworking. They're athletic. They're gonna scrap. And so that's a great starting point for hopefully some success.
What is it about Katelyn? Obviously, she did tremendous last year in the role. What is it about her that's made her stand out?
Well, with keepers, you want consistency, and that's been the key over the years. She's been so consistent. In the women's game, a lot of the opportunities come from crosses and corner kicks, and she's been very, very good at handling those situations. And so just that consistency in handling those dangerous situations, like she has, she's been an important part of our program.
Katelyn, what do you see as kind of being the key to your development right there?
I think communication is probably the number one thing. You have to be calm when stuff isn't always going right, and you have to make sure they trust you when you make certain calls. And
Are you telling me that?
No.
Be calm.
You're always calm.
Yes, you've seen it.
But I think it's a big trust thing. You want your players to have confidence in you, and I've played with Liz for 3 years, so we have a good chemistry going, and it's important to build that with people who haven't been back there very long. So just making sure they trust you and believe that what you say to them, they're going to do it automatically and not question it, and just I think talking's probably the biggest thing.
Joe, what's the addition of Montevallo and Montgomery done to scheduling? How's it changed for your schedule?
I love adding schools in. It's very difficult, and Bill and Melissa and these coaches know how difficult it is to schedule. People don't want to come to Pensacola. It's 2 more teams that have to come. So it's and they're great competition. They've done great in the Peach Belt and in the NAIA. So it helps out a lot. We don't have to scramble every year in scheduling. And and again, on top of that, they're very good competitors, and they're not that far. So we've traveled so much over the years, and it's just great to have a couple local rivalries. Also, when teams come to play us, to get a second game, they're going to play against tough competition as well. They can't, sugarcoat one team and then just focus on us. So it helps to have that kind of competition close by.
You have a history of bringing in junior college transfers that have a big impact. How do you feel about this crew that you're bringing in this year? Same thing.
I'll let them answer a little bit too, but they work so hard. I mean, and that's the key. You don't know what kind, their mentality is, their personalities. I've had the good fortune of driving through the middle of the night through Louisiana to see them a couple times quietly out in Navarro, where Alicia Wilson, our old assistant, is the head coach at Navarro. So we've seen them, and we know how hard they work. And so that's the biggest part. They're going to work hard. I don't know how many goals that'll bring, but they battle. And from California, a junior college kid, Grace is a battler as well. So they fight, and it's been a good addition, don't you think?
Absolutely. We got to play some scrimmages in Costa Rica, and it was really obvious to see that they like to, like Coach said, battle, and they work hard. And so far, we've all been meshing really well together, and I think they're going to be a really good addition to the team.